Hi, I'm Mike, and this is Monday, and it's another episode of Meet Mike Monday. I thought this Monday we'd talk about legislation that I've worked on and legislation that I'm working on now. I've showed you this wall before. These are framed copies of bills that I worked on, that I introduced, that I wrote, that I worked through the process, and I had signed into law by the President of the United States. Some great bills on this wall. And I'm planning to put a couple more bills on the wall after this session of Congress. I want to talk to you about a couple of those bills that I'm working on this year. First is a bill that came out of a real tragedy in our district. A young woman was badly burned because the fuel container that she and her sister were using lacked proper safety devices. This is not an isolated incident. It happens across the country, sadly, on a near daily basis. So I've teamed up with some of my colleagues, a bipartisan effort, to bring attention to this and make sure that when these cans are manufactured, they're done with the proper safety device included. The bill, H.R. 919, as I say, has been introduced, written by myself, introduced with bipartisan co-authors, and it would require that the manufacturers include this level of safety. This year, with my piece of legislation, the manufacturers are supporting the bill. We're going to get this bill signed into law, and people will be safer as a result. Another bill I'm working on in Congress is a bill on telemedicine. I've been working on telemedicine or telehealth for quite some time. I first started when I was in the state Senate. I was the first legislator in the United States of America to take this issue on. Since coming to Congress, I've been working on it, and I've got another bill, H.R. 2550, that would make it easier for telehealth to become practically used in our district and across the country. With telehealth, we can serve underserved areas, places where there aren't doctors or there aren't specialists to take care of specific needs. There's countless examples in our district and other places where telehealth has not only saved lives, but it's saved money. Another bill that I'm very proud of is H.R. 1090, a bill that I wrote with Republican Tom Reed from New York to provide tax incentive for businesses and individuals who use renewable energy. It's important not only for our environment, but it's also important for jobs. There's a tremendous number of jobs created because of renewable energy. And this bill will create more jobs and create a cleaner environment. So those are some of the bills that I've written this year, some of the issues that I'm working on. The few that I talked about today, as I mentioned, they have strong bipartisan support. They've got wide support throughout our district and across the country. And I'm pretty confident that we're going to see some of these signed into law. And next year, they'll be up on this wall. Thanks very much, and I'll see you at home.